Move on. Go to verse 14. But not long after there arose against it a tempest wind called Euroclean, which was another wind that was very when I read it in the dictionary, it said that this wind was the entryway to disaster.
Oh my God. Come on now. Work it now.
There's a wind that's the entryway to disaster. So that tells me that even though there was another wind that blew me another way where I couldn't see the sun, I still had a chance to not go that way. Somebody lift up their hands and tell them thank you. And when the ship was caught and could not bear up into the wind, we let her drive, which means now they're letting the boat steer itself.
Come on now.
How many of you know that's what we do a lot of times? We steer ourselves.
That's right. That's right.
Amen. Our flesh is steering what the spiritual is supposed to be steering, and that's why we can't talk. That's why we can't go into the places that God have anointed and ordained us to be.
Come on now.
Because what is supposed to be steering us is our spiritual, but because I can see, because the sun is not out, because there's a cloud that's leading me in another direction, and now my flesh has gotten all big and bad and said, I'm grown, I don't need nobody, I don't need no help.
Come on now. I like it. I like it. I like it. Come on. My God.
So now I'm driving myself. How many of you know that a student will never be greater than the teacher? And so you begin to drive yourself because you begin to compare yourself to your leader. Oh, I can do that. Ain't that what you preached about a month ago? Oh, okay. I told that to Prophetess Janet. I called her and I gave her every word that was wrote down. She was screaming and yelling on the phone. She went to her sister's church the next day and asked for forgiveness to Prophetess Juanita Bynum's church. I said, my pastor said, when we compare ourselves to our leadership, then we are in rebellion and we don't even know it. Oh, y'all quiet. Go to verse 16. And running under a certain island is called Clauda. We had much work to come by the boat, which when they had taken up, they used helps undergirding the ship, and fearing lest they should fall into the quicksands, struck sail and so were driven. And because it was driving itself, there was some damage to the ship. Amen. And we began exceedingly tossed with a tempest, and the next day they lightened the ship, and the third day they cast out with our own hands tackling of the ship. How many of you would know that sometimes you'll be in a place where the enemy will tell you can, have you ever been in a car accident and you lose control? Yes. And because you lose control, the enemy will continue to tell you you can gain control. You done hit a wall, you done hit a car, you study hitting stuff, and you still thinking you got it under control, but you don't have it under control. And y'all hear me up in this place today? Amen. So what happens is we get out of focus of what God is doing because we allow something else to lead us.
Come on now.
Y'all gonna get the word today. Clap your hands. I'm gonna preach and holler in about 5 more minutes.
Come on then. That's good.
And we begin exceedingly tossed. So now they're trying to do it with their hands. How you gonna guide a ship with your hand? They have taken their hands and now they're trying to guide it. Now they're trying to put, make the ship go the right way with their hands. Now imagine a big old ship, a big old boat in your hand. Leaned all the way over, trying to make the ship go in the right direction. Because you done lost direction. Amen? Go to verse 20. And when neither sun nor stars in many days appeared, and no small tempest lay on us, all hope that we should be saved was taken away. How many of you know you can stay in a cave and you can stay in a boat too long and you begin to lose hope? You begin to lose faith. You begin to say, now how am I going to make it this time? say, I'm about to show you in one moment. Because I'm not going to allow my hope to take me from my destiny. So there's something that's got to be built up in me as I'm on the boat. Let me tell you what those things are. On the ship, you experience 5 stages of grief. Say 5. The first one is denial. That this can't be happening to me. The second one is anger. Why me? The third one is bargaining. Now you begin to try to make a deal with the devil. The fourth one is depression. You become overwhelmed with feelings and hopelessness. This is where they at. Bitterness and loneliness. The 5th stage is acceptance. Can I tell you something?
Yes, please.
Acceptance is not done quietly. When you accept it, you gotta praise. When you are in acceptance, you gotta praise that will make you lose your mind, will make you step on people's feet, will make you fall out, all out here, fall off these steps, fall on these speakers. When you begin to be in acceptance of something, there's a well that comes out of your mouth. There's a war cry that comes out of your mouth. When you walk into acceptance of what God has for you, your hands will begin to be lifted. Your mouth will begin to open. You'll begin to stomp your feet. You'll begin to sing a song when there's no song playing. You'll begin to hum when there's nothing to hum to. You'll begin to moan when there's nothing to moan from. When you begin to go into acceptance, you'll begin to rock yourself to